discovering the wonders of our state's natural resources and exploring the thrill of outdoor adventure. Mississippi Outdoors is a co-production of the Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries and Parks and Mississippi Public Broadcasting.
Welcome to Mississippi Outdoors. I'm Amanda Mills.
And I'm Randy Newell. Thanks for joining us.
In our first story, Randy goes on the governor's quail hunt in Lamar County.
Then Amanda heads offshore for some saltwater fishing aboard the Skipper charter boat.
Let's go.
Hey folks, we're in South Mississippi for the 2011 Governor's Hunt. With me I have Dr. Sam Polis, the Executive Director for the Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries and Parks. Dr. Polis.
Good to see you, Randy. Absolutely.
Tell us about this hunt.
Well, we're here in South Mississippi. We're among a lot of pine trees in a beautiful setting called Longleaf Plantation. This facility is one of the premier facilities in the United States for quail hunting. We've changed venues. You know, last year we were talking to you and we had waders on. We've been duck hunting, and matter of fact, for the last 3 years, we've duck hunted as a governor's hunt. This year we thought we'd change venues and quail hunt. What a great facility to come to.
Reese, a big day tomorrow, of course, we're having the governor's hunt. Yeah. Governor Haley Barbour and First Lady Marcia Barbour will be here, and we're going to have several people participating in the hunt. Tell us how you get that lined out and how all that will go.
Well, we got a lot of people hunting tomorrow, so we're going to be really busy getting everybody in the field. But we'll have Jeeps, again, they'll come down and pick them up in the morning about 9 o'clock, take them to their designated hunting course. Those hunting courses are 100 acres or bigger for each hunting course, again, so they can have ample room to hunt for safety reasons and things like that. But they'll go out, the guide will come pick them up, he'll have 2 braces of dogs in there, he'll drop the dogs on the ground. The Jeeps are set up with the seats in the back that are higher than the front seats so they can observe the dogs as they hunt. They'll go find a dog pointed to the dog point, and they'll go out and shoot that covey of birds and shoot the singles or pheasants or whatever they do find out there tomorrow.
We're here with Governor Haley Barbour on the 2011 Governor's Hunt. Governor Barbour, thank you so much for letting Mississippi Outdoors be a part of it. What do you think?
Oh, it's fantastic. This is our 4th hunt, and this year we're hunting quail down at Longleaf, and as you can see, the conditions are perfect. The place is phenomenal, and the birds are flying great. We're just having a ball, and plus we're raising more than $100,000 this weekend for the Wildlife, Fisheries and Parks Foundation. It puts us at about $400,000 in these 4 hunts.
That is fantastic. Everybody has stayed together on this hunt and kind of got to enjoy the same venue, and I hadn't seen yet. There's been a smile on everybody's face, so I believe it's been a complete success.
Well, what's not to smile about? I mean, the weather's perfect, and Longleaf is such a phenomenal place. It is just gorgeous. One of the guys here with us is from Georgia. Bird hunts a lot in Georgia. He says no place in Georgia any nicer than this, and that doesn't surprise me a bit. This is a real treat. I just wish we had more longleafs in Mississippi.
This is just one source that Mississippi has. We've got a lot of resources, don't we, Governor? People are just enjoying them.
Well, we do, and one of the great things about the department is it takes advantage of these wonderful God-given resources that we have. We got wonderful climate, weather.
Miss Marcia's not too far away. We've heard a lot of shooting. You've done pretty good as far as taking the birds, but I kind of wonder who's winning.
Well, she's a good shot. She loves the bird hunt. She loves the dove hunt, likes the duck hunt. She doesn't really care anything about hunting larger animals, but she loves this. And I can tell you how good a shot she is, that at the governor's mansion, we keep all the guns locked up in the basement.
Come here, boy.
Well, the foundation, we're trying to raise money to get a kitty, if you will, where we can use the income off of this kitty to supplement monies that we get for other projects that we can help hire biologists, so we could help do things that would help the resources of Mississippi that are not available because of tightened budgets, because of our limits on license sales and stuff like this. This is just a great fund, if you will, to help the wildlife resource of Mississippi and for the people of Mississippi. I grew up quail hunting, but our habitat is such now that we just don't have any quail, so this is quite a treat for me. My dad hunted 6 days a week all through the season, and we had a lot of bird dogs, so this is a lot of memories for me coming back watching the dogs work. That's half the sport. And the birds get up killing one. That's kind of lagniappe after you watch the birds get up and the dogs work them.
I grew up quail hunting in the 70s, and when native birds were prevalent in the state. Of course, a reduction in the quail population, so it's great. I have quail hunted throughout the country, traveled to Texas and around quail hunting, and the quail hunting here in South Mississippi is just as good as I've ever seen and ever been on.
This is the first time we've been to Longleaf. It's a wonderful place. I've been here once before. Quail Plantation, wonderful facilities, great food, services, the best of any place I've ever been. Excited about being here, and I think we've had a great time. Looking forward to it this morning.
This is a fundraiser for the Wildlife Fisheries and Parks Foundation, and the foundation raises money and does things that the department can't do for one reason or another, all for the betterment of wildlife in the state of Mississippi.
The average person doesn't really understand how vital it is to the department that we have a foundation. There's so many things that the department cannot do, projects that are prohibitive, that are worthwhile, that the foundation can obtain the money, get donations, resources, and that way we can help the department do things. It's going to grow to the point where hopefully the average citizen will start understanding the significance of it, and we can get donations through the general public, and that way projects, local projects, research projects, projects for underprivileged kids, projects for just to improve the hunting habitat.
It's been flying backwards.
Billy, I know I saw the Governor Barber and First Lady Marsha Barber have had smiles on their faces. I really believe, and what do you think? I think they've really enjoyed themselves.
Well, Governor Barber and Marsha, they love the outdoors, and they really just appreciate what the foundation does, and he certainly supports it, and supports the Department of Wildlife too, and sees what an asset it is for the state.
Outdoors is what we're trying to promote. Getting out of the house, getting away from the video game, enjoying what we have in Mississippi. That's what this is all about.
Did you know that the money spent on your hunting and fishing license is an investment?
The Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries and Parks uses money from license sales to enhance hunting and fishing.
Like providing public hunting opportunities for wildlife management areas.
Advise private landowners on deer and habitat management.
Providing public fishing opportunities on state lakes.
And operating fish hatcheries for stocking public lakes and streams.
So make an investment in the great outdoors.
Buy your Mississippi hunting and fishing license today.
Mississippi Outdoors is back on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. We're fishing aboard the charter boat Skipper today with Captain Tom Becker. Today we're going to be trolling for multiple species, reds, Jack Crevalle, Spanish. The hot dog days of summer are over. We're expecting a beautiful day of fishing. As you can see, we've got calm seas and the fish are already biting. So let's get it on.
We're in a place called Squash Channel.
and it's a natural channel that's kept pretty good depth by the currents, and we're going to head outside of that and see what we can find. That's where we caught the bigger fish yesterday, was out there. We caught a lot of mackerel in here, went out there and had the red drum, the Jack Crevalle, the king mackerel, and some big Spanish mackerel out there. So we're going to head out that way and see what we can find, get on that other side where it drops off real good out there. It's been great since they reopened the waters for us. We've been out here and had limits of fish just about every day. You know, people would actually get tired. Yesterday, the two guys were tired of catching Jack Crevalle because they are very great fighting fish.
Yes, sir, King. Turn him to you. There you go. That's the picture. Off our port bow, we have the Silver $3. Amanda and the rest of the Mississippi Outdoors gang is on board. If they're having half as much luck as we are, they're having a good time because we're putting it on the fish.
Come to mama.
It's been great since they reopened the waters back up. It was actually good beforehand. We've seen more red drum this year in schools before the oil spill, before it closes out, in these waters than we've ever seen in our lives. And this being told to me by a captain that's been in this over 30 years, and he's been out on the waters more than that. But he said that is the biggest school he's ever seen in his life of red drum all over the top of the water. It was an awesome sight. He said it's just magnified. You're just watching them. It's such a beautiful sight.
All right, we're getting the fish now.
You can tell Forbes Darby that the data is correct on the Spanish mackerel because you brought them in. Jacks are biting out here. We'll get a lot of them. There's a lot of jacks out here. And if everyone can get a fight on one of them, they'll know they've had a fight. In the 80s, late 80s, they closed down red drum, the fishery. No more caught commercially out in federal waters. And because they had literally massacred them for that black and redfish craze and everything, and they would bring in boats so loaded they couldn't carry anymore, and we find 20, 30,000 pounds of fish out there dead the next day. That's when they said enough of this, let's get a handle on it. And we're trying now, I'm pushing now for the Gulf Council to get it back open so we can keep them in federal waters. At least one per person. There's that many of them. You fish at the oil rigs in the wintertime, go out there for a sheephead and some other fish that hang around those in the wintertime. You go to the bottom, you're gonna catch a red drum. He cannot make it back down there and he's gonna die. I killed more red drum than I have red snapper, and we try to vent them like we're supposed to with the snapper, but they just don't make it because they've come up at greater depth and fought all the way up.
Yeah.
Today we have Rachel Bruton from Gulf Coast Research Lab. Tell us more about what you do for the lab.
At the research lab, I'm looking at possible effects of the oil spill on spotted sea trout and redfish, trying to see if we see any stunted growth or any reproductive deficiencies.
So Rachel, tell us a little bit about the conference. What do you hope to take away from this conference this week?
From the conference, I just moved here from Texas, so I'm hoping to meet a lot of people in the area and learn a little bit more about the local fisheries.
For over 70 years, Mississippi Outdoors magazine has served the readers of the Magnolia State. In it contains several interesting features such as wildlife photography, lunar tables, and even a kids page. Subscriptions to the magazine are very inexpensive, and when you subscribe, you will receive 6 bi-monthly issues containing articles on hunting and fishing in the state, public lakes, state parks, and even our wildlife management areas. For more information, call our toll-free number at 1-888-874-5785.
Hunters are headed outdoors, and the Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks wants to keep these good times from turning into tragedy. When hunting deer or hogs in any gun season, the hunter must wear in full view at least 500 square inches of fluorescent orange. Always control the muzzle of your gun. Don't point it at anything you don't want to shoot. Identify your target and what's beyond it. Enjoy your time in the woods this year. Hunt safe, hunt smart.
I hunt a piece of property in Yazoo County. It's on the Big Black. It's 750 acres. 350 acres of it is ag. 400 is bottomland hardwoods. It's a good friend of mine, and we just have been friends for a while, and he recently purchased this property. This is the first season we've had an opportunity to hunt it, and we chose to bow hunt it only, and it's been a successful year. We did a pre-season camera survey. We've got the estimates of buck-to-doe ratio about 3 does to the buck. Through the season at hunting on it, I find that's more probably 5-to-1 ratio. We're trying to harvest more does off the property and shoot mature bucks only. The season started out as your normal season. You don't see your mature bucks. You start seeing, little 4 points, 6 points here and there, and the season progressed. I guess around November, started seeing good deer. Had probably about a 140-inch deer come out on me that I didn't know was there. I just walked up to 20 yards. As the season progressed, I started seeing more deer, bigger deer, rut activity. You see 5, 6, 7 bucks chasing does. I had my eye on one deer. We called the one-eye 10-point, ended up being a 9-point, and he was killed, and he scored 155 inches off the property.
We hunted yesterday morning, or yesterday evening, trying to get a doe. It's on 3 or 4. We come in this morning, and we had a yearling doe come in about 40 yards, fed off to our north. Then directly, a mature doe and another fawn come in from the east, fed down. Directly looked Yeah, let her lay a little bit more, so I don't want to spook her up.
Good doe. Good doe. That is a good doe to take. You know, we're on a piece of property here in the Yazoo County on the Big Black, and it's bow hunting only, and part of the criteria of managing for big bucks here, we have to harvest a certain number of does, and it's just another one down. A lot more to go, but this is a start. Boy, that's exciting.
Hi, it is December the 9th. I'm sitting on the edge of about a 300-acre wheat field. I've got a recent select cut behind me. To my right, I've got recent about 6-7-year-old planted hardwoods. There's been a good 8-point scene in this area. Don't know if he's a shooter. I came climbed up a tree and go get a good look at him, hopefully. If he's a shooter, we're gonna take him. If not, he'll get to live another year if he don't get shot. Got a south-southeast wind. I expect him to come out of these hardwood plantings, but you never know actually when he's gonna come out where. Ought to be a good evening.
Oh yeah, he's been up in the tree too. Real recently. You can still see some of it right here. See this right here? He's been all up in the tree. Just going to rubbing, rutting and rubbing.
That's good right there.
Yeah, I'm excited about him. He's a nice buck.
I checked with a friend of mine, and we went up to Holmes County to see if we can harvest a buck, and I used a rifle on this hunt. And as luck would have it, that first morning went in there and there was water everywhere, and swung around, just climbed up in a tree, and out of nowhere here come a buck at 70, 75, 80 yards, and you know, I put the shot on him and got a good deer. Unfortunately, when I shot, the compression of the rifle did push the camera on. I had a camera on. It pushed the camera off of the deer.
I think we got it. I didn't see it fall, but I heard it crash. We're gonna sit here and give it about 45 minutes. I'm not in any hurry. We'll climb down. Oh, yeah.
It's standing right in here. Oh, yeah. There he is, man. He's a good mature deer. 4-year-olds up here, 4- and 5-year-olds probably weigh 180 pounds for 4-year-old. This one's probably 5 or 6 or plus. We'll look at the jawbone and tail, but good deer. A good deer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got a kicker, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points. He's been rubbing. Well, Mississippi Outdoors went with me a few times, and we had a great hunt. We were able to harvest the doe on film. We had one old deer, a 6-point we tried to get, and he's worked me all year. We thought that was going to be a closing deal. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out. You know, it was fun and exciting, but sometimes you don't get it.
Hey, that's all the time we have for this week. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Join us again next time for more exciting adventures. Until then, I'm Amanda Mills.
And I'm Randy Newell.
See ya outdoors.